So I'm back with baccarat win pro or baccarat, as some uh, some of the professional gamblers on YouTube like to call it. Baccarat. Um, they can call it what they want, really. I'd really rather be playing blackjack, but it's just so frustrating because, well, there are two things really. One of the great things about baccarat win pro is that it records every shoe number and maintains the records regardless, so nothing can be faked, which is absolutely terrific. And number two is that it enables me to sort of like reduce the number of mistakes that I make because I can double check to see what I should be betting. So it's kind of handy, but I do miss the. I love blackjack. I always have. It's just one of those things, and it's kind of a social game too, which is nice. When the best thing to do is to play heads up against a dealer, but that only works if you're dealing with a dealer who's fun to talk to. Then it's absolutely terrific. It's just the greatest. But that sometimes is not the case, so then it's better to have somebody else at the table to sort of natter with and bond with as you try and beat the game. Where are we now? We're at. It can't be three. Is it 3-4? Eh, I think it must be 4-5. 4-5 third. Oh bugger. 9-10 hopping to the bank. Well, it actually has to be 9-11, doesn't it? Well, that solved that problem. Yeah, see, the commission was 55 there, so you've got to do something about that. You've got to do something to eliminate the commission bill because it really is a bloody rip-off. It's just so funny. There are all these people who say, "Well, you got to bet banker because banker wins more often." I mean, yeah, but it wins 95%, and any bet that's less than even money is not worth having. That's for sure. Repeat that one. Back to the min, still on the banker. Double for the loss. 1-2 third. There we go. Minimum on the banker. Plus a 1. Plus another 1. Repeat it. Okie dokie. 51, second on the bank. Repeat. 1-2, second on the bank. Oh dear, 3-5. Timing's working well for us right now, isn't it? But yeah, the response of a lot of people to the, to the way that I bet, to the strategy that I've developed, is that it's either they won't let you do that, or that's way too much money, or it's a kind of a response which is sort of like it's just borderline saying, but your job is to lose, so you're sort of somehow upsetting the laws of the universe if you consistently beat the house, because that's not how it's supposed to be. That's the attitude some people seem to have. They don't express it exactly like that, but it's a sort of it's some kind of a guilt thing. But of course, the critics who have the most to say are the ones who are connected with the casino biz. That would be a double for the push. Tie. There we go. Minimum on the bank. And we got another double for the tie. I think that's enough, isn't it? Oh dear. Yeah, that's enough. Back to the men. Greed is a bad thing. Forget Gordon Gekko. 3-2, hopping. B1. 3-2 it is on the player. 1-2. Yeah, and all this stuff about prediction and trending and all that sort of stuff, it's all so much crap, bollocks, BS, rubbish, delusion. Back to the min on player. Oh, and the other thing you get, of course, all the time is, yeah, well, you got away with it this time, but pretty soon the hammer will come down. And I sort of get that, because I mean, sometimes this strategy does get into a bit of a hole, but just run away. That's what I'm saying all the time. Run away. Go and, take a break. Just remember you're down and out. That's the main thing. How many 125s did we get there? Uh-oh. So we've got to repeat that one then. So now we're on 3-4, third. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7-4 over to the banker. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it's going to be 3-5 for the commission. There we go. This is actually a piece of piss, this shoe, isn't it? Really. Okay, I'm going to regret that, aren't I? Repeat. All right. Quick swig of my coffee. Okay. Where was I? Uh-oh. That's one too many, but I'm going to do it anyway. Plus max. Okay, do that again. There we are. Minimum. Excuse me. Double for the loss. 1, 2, third. 3-2. Oh no, that's no, sorry, no, 3-4. I got that wrong, didn't I? It's good having this down here, 7-4 hopping. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3-4. Yeah, this. Well, it's volatile, but it's going in our favour thanks to the hop. If we weren't hopping, we'd be in trouble. Well, no, we wouldn't, because I'd be stuck on player and I'd be quids in. Bit of a long stretch here, but again, you just drop back. You don't hop, but you skip. All right, now where am I? So we're minimizing again. That's one. 51 on the player, second. 2, 3, third on the player. 5-3, hopping, bugger. Doing so well for a while there. Okay, 5-3 it is. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you only bump up for commission on a turnaround bet, so 5-3 is fine. 8-6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might have to go to another shoe here. 2-3, so we'll make that 2-4. 6-8. There it is. We don't have many left, I don't think. Minimum on the bank. All right, so we've come out of that one with, in 10 minutes, 2,360 profit. We won a lot more than we lost, 35 wins to 28 losses. Banker ruled 38 to 31. So, the hot didn't do anything actually for that gap, did it? Because 38 to 31 is 7, and 35 to 28 is 7. So, anyway, I would say that was a worthwhile result. Just have a quick look here. Did I not save it? I've done it again, haven't I? Damn it. What a twit. There we go. You think I'd learn? All right, because I'm looking there and I'm thinking, where's my 2,000? All right, so what are we looking at? 35 into 6,700 and 28 into 4,300. So I think that, that's it right there, isn't it? It's good, isn't it? Yeah. And for those people, I mean, who insist that there's something weird about this platform, all I can do is just, remind you about the accuracy of this whole thing. I mean, just, get real, people. Come on. Anybody who wants to test this strategy fully without risking any money could not find a better place than this this platform. It's just bloody brilliant. And I have no financial stake in it whatsoever. I do get a freebie from them. They haven't charged me in I don't know how long. And I think the normal rate is about 20 a month. But it's the best $20 you could possibly spend if you want to fine tune your game. Well, there is no game in baccarat, obviously. There's no game as such. The only thing that matters is how you bet, because you have no choices to make as a player. So how you bet, the amounts that you bet, and where you put the money, they matter. And you can stick with player if you want to. Don't stick with banker all the time like Vegas Matt and his merry men, because it's madness. But obviously, his money, his choice, right? And he's losing money hand over fist. Oh, one thing that really got me going was he had 100,000 win on baccarat. Not only did he put that in one of his long sessions, he also extracted it, or EJ did, extracted it and put it in the shorts. And so I'm not adding it to my shorts collection because that's cheating. I mean, I've already got it in the long form tracking file. So I'm not going to have it in both because that means that he wins twice as much. That ain't right. No. So next time.
They go toe to toe. Yeah, there's these fucking dudes that come in out of Asia.
Yeah.
So how I started to learn how to play baccarat is I went down to the high limit room at Caesar's Palace. Mm-hmm. I love Caesar's Palace. So I go down there, and it's all Chinese and Asians down there, and they play baccarat. They will fucking sit there 7:30 at night till 10 o'clock the next morning.
Jesus.
And they're sitting there. They got their cards. They're writing all this shit down. I learned learning how to play, watching what they do, and learning the rules and the do's and don'ts of the game. And so I started playing seriously in January, and I beat them for $1 million a night for I want to say like 23 trips.
What?
23 trips. I beat them for $1 million a night. Then we're about to go on we're going out of town somewhere, and I'm in there. We're literally supposed to be on the fucking plane in like 25 minutes, and I get clipped for $5 million. And so we had to jump on the plane, go on a trip.
Well, as always, in spite of rumours to the contrary, I have absolutely no idea what's coming next. There wasn't a rollover, well, not a significant rollover from the last session, so I'm just going to plod on as usual, starting on player. Double for the loss. 1, 2, third. Ta-da! Minimum. +1. +1. Double for the tie. 2, 3. No, we repeat that one first. So that's 3. Oh, wait a minute. I'm confused. 3, 4. Sorry. Dear. All right. +1. Repeat that. We got it. Didn't make much money out of it, but we got it. 51 second. Double for the tie. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a friendly shoe so far, isn't it? 51. Repeat. Oh, I think I just did the wrong thing there. Okay, well, I'll just have to ignore it and carry on. That's what you have to do with mistakes. 2, 3, third. 5, 3, hopping. 1, 2, 3. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the commission. All right. Minimum on the bank, and that commission thing. That's my phobia. Okay. I always add a little bit extra, but you only do it to the turnaround bet. If you've got a chance of getting out, then place the bet, estimate what you've lost in commission in that particular sequence on the bank, and bang that on, but make sure to round it up. So you round it up in hundreds or whatever, So as soon as I start talking, I screw everything up. Okay, there we go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you hear people talk about, how to play the game and the rules of the game and all the rest of it. You don't have to learn any rules. It isn't a bad thing to know what the dealer's supposed to be doing just in case the dealer makes a mistake. But within an hour or two, you'll have the rules down absolutely pat in your mind. And dealers don't make mistakes. I mean, it's not that hard for them to figure out what to do. But there's always a little cheat sheet that they'll give you, so that you can look at that to make sure that, especially, in a situation where you lost and you didn't expect to, then, or an extra card was drawn which killed you. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Just ask, they're very serious about being seen to be upright and honest. I don't think that the houses where they give you alternatives to what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That would be a repeat. Okay, so we got that. So back to the min. Double for the loss. Yeah, there is no way to play. It's how you bet. That's the whole thing. And maybe the guys who talk about, yeah, well, I learned how to play baccarat at so and so, or such and such, or whatever. Maybe what they're talking about is how to bet. But there are certain favoured ways to do things. People like to do things in a way which sort of takes away the random betting aspect, which is to say, okay, I'm going to follow the last win, or I'm going to follow the win before last. Or there are several of these things. Win before last is a French thing called avant dernier, and I call it wobble. Win before last, WBL, win before last, wobble. And then there's follow the winner. Follow the winner is a terrible idea because if you hit a chop, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, back forth, back one, dum 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 dum, you get murdered. So it's not a good plan. But okay, so what happened there? We're doubling. All right, got it. Okay, so we're back to the minimum on the bank there. We are not greedy. Okay. Never greedy. 51. 2, 3. 5, 3. Hopping to player. Oh, B1. 5, 3 on player. 2, 3. That worked out nicely, didn't it? It so often does, I mean, this is how it is. It's because the nature of these games is short sort of parries, if you like, back and forth, And then the volatile things that you experience every so often, they are not the norm, but they occur often enough for them to strip most players of their bankroll, before things return to what you might describe as normal. And you can look at these sort of, these dangling grapevine things here and see what I'm talking about over, hundreds, thousands of rounds. Am I still banking? No, I'm on playing now. Okay. 51 second on player. Repeat that one. Back to the minimum. $51 on player. Second. 2, 3 third on player. 5, 3 hopping. P1. P2. So annoying this. P3. Oh, sod it. P4. P5. There you go. Now I forgot what the bet is. It's 5-3, isn't it? 8-6. 2-4 for the commission. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot to be said actually for not hopping until you get into seriously big bets. And I've looked at that and I've run it through the model and it works. I mean, the problem with models is, okay, they give you a big picture. It's like the current model for baccarat or in a big worksheet is it's about 1,800 shoes, something in that area, maybe a few more than that. And yeah, it gives you a grand picture, but you're in the trenches for short stretches. This is the thing you have to keep in mind, So, there's wiggle room. There needs to be wiggle room. That was 360 on banker. So back to the men. Oh, that's a bugger, isn't it? 51, second. Repeat it. Yeah, this is a very friendly shoe. The last one was terrific too. I mean, look at this. I mean, 31 wins, 22 losses. Player to banker, pretty close, but wins to losses. So that's a vindication for the hop, really, isn't it? But the thing is, nothing is proof of anything. Okay, I mean, it's like I saw a guy say he put up a thing on his baccarat channel which said proof that bloody bloody blah, and it was just a few. It might not even have been a whole shoe. Proof that my ideas work. Well, that doesn't work. You need 1,800 shoes, 2,000 shoes, 10,000 shoes, or whatever to demonstrate that something is viable and works, and that's what happens with pattern betting and the model. And I'm going to scrunch these two, the latest two baccarat sessions together, and put an inspirational message in between, and then at the very end there will be an update on the model. But it's something to see, I tell you, it really is. Now I've lost my drift yet again. 190, and the one before was 90. So we're back to the min on banker. Oh, bugger! All right, here we are. +1, 51. Oh dear. No, we're not going to get it on 2-3. Okay, well, I'm not going to chase the rollover this time. It should be 2-3, but I think two sessions at once with an inspirational message from a legend of baccarat in the middle is enough. So I'll catch you next time. I will save the shoe and show you the nitty gritty. Yeah, you see 35 to 30, players 35 to 30, and we had 32 to 24. So, hopping is a good idea, but it proves nothing. Got to be very careful with that word proof. Yeah, the times on here are Antigua in the Caribbean, as you Americans say, Caribbean as it's referred to by people who live there, and English people. Quaint, aren't we? Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. All right, 32 into 47 and 24 into 28. So, we're back to this whole thing about can you win more when you win than you lose when you lose, to offset the damage that will be done when you lose more often than you win. And I sound like Robbie the Robot, I know that, but I've said it 10 million times, and it's hard to get people to pay attention because they have the feeling that it's their duty to lose, or they want to lose, or it's more fun to lose than to win. I just don't know. There's the front page currently. And it's really pretty decent, isn't it? I mean, the last 30, this one is an outlier, obviously, the 1343. But a couple of little nasties in there. But the reds are always followed by much bigger positive numbers. This was a nasty right here, and that was followed. So it's like I always say, take it or leave it.